Did your ex text you a happy birthday? Did that guy you hooked up with reach out during the pandemic? Did your high school boyfriend write to you on Facebook? Yep, this is what guys do. They don't know if they want to sleep with you, keep in touch with you, date you, marry you, so they send all sorts of mixed messages. They're like sharks swimming in the water waiting for some chum. Sorry to say, you're the chum. I'm Marc, Katz, dating coach for smart, strong, successful women, and your personal trainer for love. Welcome to the Love You podcast. Keep listening to discover why you should stop recycling men. When we're done, I'll let you know how you could apply to Love You to create a passionate relationship that makes you feel safe, heard, and understood. Yeah, the chum line made me laugh. I wasn't sure if I should say it because you never want to compare your clients with chum. But hey, this is really just another way of making guys look bad. They do a great job themselves. So for this podcast, for this YouTube video, I'm going to tell a couple of stories that illustrate this point and then what you should do at this point. It's, 14 years ago, something like that. I'm lying in bed with my wife. We're living in Little Ethiopia in Los Angeles, and sharing a quiet night. Might be 11 o'clock, getting ready for bed, pulling out the Kindles as married couples do. And her phone rings. When does it ring? No. Yeah, I think it actually rings. And I'm lying next to her, and you could just hear the confusion in her voice. Hello? Who's this? What? And here's what's going on. It's a guy from Match.com who saw her name in his phone from 3 years before and just decided, what the hell? She seemed cool. I should reach out and see what she's doing right now. And she's like, yeah, I've been married for a year, so you might want to delete me from your phone. He's like, yeah, okay, cool. No hard feelings. And that's just one time this happened. There was another time she got a call, and we were living in the same place. It was the first year of our marriage. And it was her ex-boyfriend from like her early 20s who was ostensibly just, calling to check in. But the second he found out that she was married, never actually called her again. So he obviously wasn't that concerned with how she was doing. So that's my entry point into what it's like to be a woman, to having all these recycled guys come around multiple times. Next story. I was in love with someone, and you'll be able to connect the dots. They'll all be relevant. I was in love with someone probably in 2003. I was crazy about her. I talk about her in my coaching because it was a really valuable lesson, and such a great personality, so much laughter, so much in common, and we could not make it work. She broke up with me 3 times in 6 months. I didn't feel like I had any power, but I would have done anything for her. I just couldn't change the way she wanted me to. She loved me, but she had problems with me, and she was constantly dissatisfied and coming back for more. And the 3rd time she broke up with me, and then a week later came back and said, I think I made a mistake. I was talking to my therapist, and maybe I should give it another try. I said, don't bother giving it another try. You are who you are. I am who I am. Together, we don't actually work as much as we might both want to, and we should probably just accept that and find other people where we don't have to have this roller coaster relationship. Right. And these are really normal stories. My story is a normal story. My wife's story is a normal story. And so this brings me to the title of a book written by Greg Behrendt. Greg Behrendt is best known for writing He's Just Not That Into You, another book where all you have to do is read the title and you know exactly what's in the book. This is his book that followed that up. It's called Breakup, 'Cause It's Broken. Ta-da! Now you don't have to read the book. Nothing personal, Greg Behrendt. You don't have to read the book if you know the title, because it tells you everything you need to hear. All that means is that people don't change. We want them to change. We try to bank on their potential, but nothing really changes. So the girlfriend that broke up with me 3 times, why would I think the fourth time would be any different? Right? The guy who disappeared on my wife 3 years before and then comes back, why would she think that guy would be a really good bet? Right? Or the boyfriend who cheated on her back in the day who was circling back. Like, why would anything change? All that's changed is that this guy has decided he doesn't have any better options. So if you give a shot to someone, or you gave a shot to someone and he was, at that time, too busy or emotionally withholding or insensitive to your needs or afraid of commitment, there is very little evidence to suggest that that guy circling back again has changed, apart from the fact that he's telling you that he's changed, which is what he's got to tell you in order for you to give him a chance. Of course he's going to tell you that, right? It's built into the model. There's no other answer. No, I'm going to be the same guy who disappointed you before. Please give me another chance. No, he has to tell you that he's changed. He has to tell you he's learned his lesson. He can't still be a dick and hope that you're going to do backflips when he comes back the second or third time. So I've got this client who was dating a guy. He was separated from his wife and he was going through the process of divorce. And they were communicating multiple times a day. They were seeing each other once a week for, no kidding, 2.5 years. And then he moved into her house. And that's when she discovered, after 2.5 years of seeing this guy, she discovered he had financial issues and he had no sex drive. Right? They never saw each other frequently enough to figure that out before. But now that they were living together, she discovered it pretty quickly. Sure enough, she gave him 2.5 more years of living with her, and then they broke up. All right. So guess what happens? She signs on with me after her breakup, asked me to straighten out her love life. We put her online, give her some confidence, starts dating, finds a boyfriend, relationship doesn't work out. This guy, who she spent 5 years with, circles back, right? Says he wants another chance, says he's changed. They got back together, and they're really happy. And I'm telling you this story for a reason, right? The guy actually changed. He really did. He became a better provider. He became more confident. He got rid of some of the baggage that he was carrying around from his ex that he was separating and divorced from. And my client, in turn, with a little bit of help, became a better girlfriend, showed up differently, saw him differently, and brought out a better side of her guy. Now, the reason I'm sharing that story with you, right, is not to undermine the point of this podcast / video. It's not at all. It's that I've been coaching for nearly 2 decades. And this is the only story that I could tell of a client who successfully reconciled with her ex. This is 1 out of 19 years of coaching. So with a track record that bad, the best thing you can do when it comes to giving a guy another chance who already disappointed you is to just say no. You already know from vast experience that you didn't work out with that guy for some reason, and you have a far better bet of making it with any stranger from the internet who you haven't given a chance with than someone that you've already tried and failed. So, do you recycle men? Has it ever really worked out? Tell me your pattern in the comments below. I look forward to responding to you, and I look forward to seeing you again really, really soon. My name is Marc Katz. Thanks for tuning into the Love You podcast. For more episodes like this on YouTube, click on the subscribe button, ring the bell, and choose all to ensure you get notified when new content comes out. If you're listening to the audio podcast, please share an honest review on Apple. That would make me super happy. More reviews equals more awareness of the Love You podcast and more love in the world. And if you, listening to this over and over and over again, finally want to effect an actual change in your life, go to evanmarckatz.com, click on that link below the video, watch that video. There's a button at the top of my screen. It's a free video on how to gain confidence, attract quality men, and fix your broken man picker. When you're done with that video, fill out an application for Love You Live and join hundreds of other smart, strong, successful women from around the world in a coaching community where women like you actually get the unconditional love that you deserve. Thanks a lot. See you soon. Bye-bye.